Hello people, it's your boy Osman back again with another video. I was going to make this video this morning. However, I thought I'll do it in the evening, and good thing I did because this story has changed on numerous occasions. First and foremost, I am of course talking about the Ighalo situation. My personal opinion, on this situation is, I think it's an absolute no-brainer. I would actually sign him. I know a lot of people probably won't agree with that. A lot of people say just extend the loan. First and foremost, that sort of option isn't currently available to the club. You know, his club in China, Shanghai Shenhua, that's how you pronounce it. They don't want to, extend the loan. They want him back for their, the commencing of their season, which is completely fine. He's their player. They're entitled to do so. However, for me personally, I just think it's morally wrong for them to take the player back, because obviously I know we agreed to end of May, but given the virus, the season's been pushed back, and I think for me personally, I think it's only right that they would allow us to keep until the end of the season anyways, but that is not meant to be. Some breaking news that was during the morning, I think it was at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Anyways, the news was basically some Sky Sports presenter, one of the main ones, I can't pronounce his name, pardon me, he was saying along the lines of, the Chinese borders are closer. What's his name? Ighalo can't actually make it back into China in time for June. So that completely rules out any possibilities of him going back in June, because of course, if the borders are closed, then that's not even a possibility. On top of that, there is breaking news here from many representatives surrounding Manchester United, saying that there is potentially a deal agreed with Ighalo to increase his wages, or some sort of manufacturer a possibility that his wages are, what's the word, respectable, because obviously he's getting like 350k in China, and there's no way he's worth that much, and there's no way we should be paying that much. I believe we're paying roughly between 100 and 130k currently for his services, which I would say is fair. He's taking a massive pay cut to play for Man United, which just says a lot about him and his character. And his approach towards wanting to play for Man United, which is exactly what we want. A player that's taking 200k pay cut to play for us, that says enough in itself. But yeah, so apparently in the last hour or so, there has been some sort of agreement between the club, i.e. us, and Shanghai Shenhua, to potentially extend his loan and keep him till the end of the season, which is what I think is the right thing to do. Obviously, for me personally, there's a lot of rumours coming out about Josh King potentially coming to Man United and replacing Ighalo and his sort of role as the second fiddle to Martial. For me personally, I would actually buy Martial. I would buy Ighalo. I think for me personally, I know he hasn't been here for a long period of time, and it's probably jumping the gun, but for me, 10 million isn't a lot. In this grand scheme of things, for a striker that's willing to take a 200 grand pay cut, to be a second option and be happy with that, and his work ethic and his desire to be at the club speaks volumes. And a lot of people will say that these aren't the kind of signings we want if we want to win the title. Well, for me personally, I think that's ridiculous. Look, I'm not trying to compare us to Liverpool, but they've got, Origi as a second striker. A lot of people were lambasting Origi and his ability to, be at Liverpool. He was saying that he's not good enough, but he's shown on numerous occasions what he's capable of doing off the bench. And we're not looking for someone who's going to be starting week in, week out, but we're looking for someone who's going to give us an option that's different to Martial off the bench, who's happy to be off the bench, who's not going to upset the apple cart, which a potential signing of Dembele would. I know Josh King won't really upset the apple cart, but for me personally, I don't see what Josh King can do that Ighalo can't do. For me personally, I think Ighalo is better suited to what we want. Josh King doesn't really suit the role of a substitute striker. I just don't think he offers a different dimension to our football. Ighalo has showcased that he does offer a different dimension. Is he the best number 2 in the league? He's definitely not, but can he do a job? Absolutely. He's showcased his ability to score in front of, the lesser teams, but nevertheless, he's put the ball in the net. He can only score, in the opportunities he's got, and every single game he's played. For me personally, he's impressed, even against Man City. I know he only came on for like a 5 to 8 minute cameo, but it was his sort of initial play that actually got McTominay's goal, led to McTominay's goal. He brought the ball down, he played the ball around the corner, down the left wing, and little things like that. He made a massive difference in that, the dying embers of that game. And I know that's just one example, but for me personally, I just think it would be a disappointment for me if he doesn't at least get a 1 year contract. Okay, I know that might not be a thing, but I just don't see why we don't sign him. I know a lot of people will say, won't agree with that. A lot of people will say get a loan. I just don't think the loan is even on the table. Obviously, I would take a 1 year loan if that was, possible, but I just don't think that is possible. I think for me personally, we would have to sign him based on what their club has said. And for me, I think we should sign him for at least a year, at least 1-2 year contract, 10 million. Give Greenwood a bit of time to, grow up a bit. He's only like 19 or 18, so obviously he'll get a bit more experience of Ighalo. And I think for me personally, you need experience in the dressing room. You can't just have a young squad. The likes of Mata and these kind of people are influential in the dressing room. But for me personally, I think Mata's come to the stage that he probably does need to move on. So we do need to bring some more experience into the team, especially someone like Ighalo. He's a professional. Like I said, 200k a week, by the way, a week pay cut just to play for Man United. You're telling me he's not dedicated to the cause? I don't know who is. Yeah, that's my opinion on the situation. Regarding Josh King, I've got nothing against him, but for me personally, if we get Josh King and get rid of Ighalo, I'm going to be fuming. That's just me personally, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would probably agree with that. Anyways, that's all I've got to say on the matter. Hopefully, the new news is correct, and the fact that Man United have agreed something to at least keep him to the remaining 9 games of the season. I suppose that is something. And then potentially Matt plays his way into contention of a signing. Who knows? But anyways, that is my opinion. Drop a like, subscribe. Peace.